News.
That breaking news is in Sacramento. CHP is investigating a bus crash that sent more than a half a dozen people to the hospital. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Lisa Gonzalez.
I'm Galston Dart. Wait till you see this. Just moments ago, we got some video and that shows the crash up there in the corner. The bus hitting a white pickup truck and it crashes into a home. This happened this afternoon on Belden Street near I-80 and Rio Linda Boulevard. That's where KCRA 3's Andres Valle joins us live now with the latest and the video and what we saw happen with that truck, Andres.
Yeah, well, Golson, Lisa, that truck just got towed away maybe 5 minutes ago, that white Tacoma. But let's show you the damage of what we're seeing right now. Again, this is the homeowner's home where the truck crashed into, but you can see the stop sign completely mangled up here, as long as a destroyed shed. I've been speaking to the homeowner, who's asked us not to show his face on camera or anything like that, but he says that he had a bunch of tools in that shed that need to be replaced. Also, where that window is, this is where the truck was almost broke into. That's where his dog was laying in a cage underneath that window. So you can just imagine what, this family came home to when this truck crashed into their property. But let's show you that video that we obtained just maybe half an hour ago from his neighbor about that scene where that white Tacoma was going eastbound, ran through that stop sign, ultimately hitting that bus that was carrying some special needs students from Grant Union High School. When we arrived on scene, it was a chaotic scene with a lot of Sacramento Fire Department police officers, as well as Sacramento Fire Department folks, as well as Sacramento police officers, as well as CHP, who were all investigating this. We do know that 8 people were eventually transported to the hospital with minor injuries. They did evaluate some people here on scene and clear them, so they didn't go to the hospital. Now, the Twin Rivers Unified School District is aware of this incident. Again, they're making sure that everybody is okay. But back out here live again, we're kind of dealing with the aftermath of this crash. We were speaking to some police officers as well as Sacramento Fire that we were told that there were 7 people inside that white Tacoma that did crash right here. We're told that the driver was a teenager. Now, it's unclear if he had a license or how this is all going to unravel, but we were talking to the family members who own that white Toyota Tacoma, who did not really want to give us a whole lot of information. But again, that's kind of what this homeowner is dealing with. The neighbor across the street told us that they see accidents here all the time. It's only a 2-way stop. So that bus that was coming northbound did not have a stop sign. So that's when that truck, again, ran through that stop sign, collided with that bus. And now we're dealing with 8 people who've been transported to the hospital with those minor injuries. Live here in Del Paso Heights, Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.